It was awesome. I walked in first full team meeting, and it was incredible. Hearing all the different sub teams list off all the things they were doing, talk about the different parts of the car. I felt like I was sitting in a team meeting at McLaren or something. It was it was so cool.
I was put in the ergonomic sub team, and that was the first year that the sub team existed. So I was one of the first people who also got lumped into that team with a bunch of other third year students and some second year students. So it was all great fun. A lot of us didn't know what we were doing, but a lot of them now become my lifelong friends.
I'd seen the team around a few years before. It's looked like a cool project. I myself, just in engineering, wanted to get into motorsports. Thought it'd be a good place to, meet people, share with new shared interests, and that it looked like a fun project to get into.
There are a lot of people on the team. You could tell there was so much knowledge built up from years before. There was so much to learn from the people that had been on the team for a long time. Felt like, what they were building towards was a long time coming.
We were in a different garage, same location, but before a set of renovations. It was a lot of love inside there, but it was a mess.
The workshop, it was really run down and beat. It was all old hand tools. It was really like a horrible space, actually.
Yeah, so the workshop was pretty different to how it is today. It was a bit of a dinky old shed, like a pretty old thing, cluttered with a lot of old stuff, but a lot of good work went on inside it.
But it was a small team back then, compared to now where it's 100 people or more. It was only because it was Capstone there, it was 30 people, and we're all in the office, the same general area that it is now, but small team, so you just pretty much, if you have any questions, just ask.
I think at comp it really solidified it. We had a number of issues that were leading up to it where everyone's working pretty hard, pretty brutal hours. Have a car that, doing well helped as well, but just finishing the project at the end of the year was a pretty cool time.
You look back at the results and we came first overall in endurance and second overall in the comp. And we had the fastest car that year. But yeah, it's interesting looking back at it, that we're regarded as the glory days. I think that we were surrounded by great people.
And that year when the results came out, it's we came out fourth. And I remember just walking through so that was super high for us back then. And I remember walking through the garage and seeing Shelby, he was Ergo Aero team, and just super happy, and did a massive hug with him.
I think I remember, being in the garage, tinkering on the car. Everything people would say, they'd say, with a sigh. I'd say, oh, we could do this, but, what's the point? I think there was a big change in motivation at that point.
And it was very tough when it became obvious that the car and the project would not make it in time.
Comp got cancelled pretty last minute, probably in the later half of the year, or at least it was uncertain for most of the year, and they really pulled the plug then. And so from there, I think motivation really dropped off. People left off earlier. For a lot of newer members, there wasn't really much point to stay on.
It's a big project, massive scope, and you can't just finish everything by yourself as one person, as much as you want to try. You need to rely on people.
Oh, a lot of people see it this way too, is that it was the start of something new. It started pretty small.
I think the lows just make the highs better, and I hope this year's, is going to be the real big high for us as a team, and hopefully continues.
I think it all boils down to, at the end of competition in 2024, after endurance had finished, we'd all gathered in a circle outside the garage, and I remember giving a speech to everyone, thanking everyone for their hard work and acknowledging how far we'd come. 2024 was the first time in 5 years that we got a car through scrutineering, first time we had a car actually run in endurance on track, and we actually scored point. It's a huge, it was a huge accomplishment.
But what that year turned into for me, my personal goal just became making things better than they were the year before.
Ooh, lots of photos. Yeah, that was. How cool was that?
Oh, there's me. Yeah. Wow, I look young.
Terrible hair. Terrible, terrible hair.
Yeah, it's a lot of memories that are here.
Yeah, everyone we worked with ended up going to really cool places. So that felt really satisfying because there is that deliverable of the car, but ultimately it's about teaching students about how to engineer.
I mean, it's really shaped my career trajectory and where I'm at in my life now. Like, I think the hands-on experience MUR gave me for designing parts and manufacturing parts has changed what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be a learning thing. So I guess the more that you're involved in the team, the more you learn and get out of it. That's.
It's pretty much become all my university experience.
I don't want to exactly say we're like a big family because it kind of gives like toxic workplace vibes sometimes, but I'd like to think that everyone in the team we're friends before team members.
Kind of like it's pride, I guess, really. Like, you're pretty proud of what you're able to achieve and looking at the program continuing like for many years afterwards. And it's been, 12 years now since I did it. So it's good to see that there's a young generation of engineers coming up through the program, getting a car sorted for comp and putting it all together. So yeah, it's a sense of pride, I think, for the program.
What makes MUR awesome is that the students are directly responsible for the outcomes.
I don't know. I think just hang on because it'll be a good year, and you probably won't realise how much fun you had until after the fact, and how much you grew personally until after the fact. But yeah, hang on for the ride.
Being able to really be a part of something special that is University of Melbourne and also part of the race car team. It's just, it's incredible.
We have 25 years of history, that's 25 times at least 50 people every single year coming through. There's a massive cohort of people from Melbourne University who have been involved with the team, who have learnt so much from the team, have gained new life experiences, new lifelong friends because of this team.